Hey everybody, my next guest is a very funny comedian and host of a podcast called Tonight with Tesa Monie, available on YouTube. And here she is right now, the one and only Tesa Monie. Tessa, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Don? Thank you so much for having me.
This is so awesome having you on. I was watching a couple of your episodes of Tonight with Tesa Monie. A lot of funny stuff on there. A lot of a lot of funny comedy, like working out bits and things like that. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Tonight with Tesa Monie, I am very much a people person. I understand that it's all energy. We're all energy. So I'm on stage. It's like, and it's a give back and forth.
Right.
Tonight with Tesa Monie was my little sisters. They're twins. Shout out to Asia and Arshelle. It was during COVID, and they were like, look, you don't have to be on stage. Like, you can do something online. And me, I totally watched the Terminator and whatnot, man. So I'm really not into I'm like iRobot all over, man. So they are really good with that, and their combination of them good with the technology and me good with just being who I am, it kind of worked, and it actually turned out pretty good.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And like you said, man, this AI stuff we're getting into nowadays is kind of getting a little creepy. All this
man, I'm telling you,
technology.
I've seen some crazy stuff, man. No, I see some crazy stuff. I don't know. I think on purpose crazy stuff just matriculates over to me. So I'm like, I'm supposed to write this shit down, because you can't even make this up here. It just smacks me. I had saw this. I don't even know how I ran into it, but it was an AI, and now they have the sex toys, but it's like it's a big AI, and you touch it and it goes, oh.
What?
Oh, I'm like, are they serious? And it goes to touch. I'm like, this is crazy right now.
Where do you find one of these? So it's like a big life doll, right? And then you touch it, and it reacts to it has like senses.
Yes. I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. She still won't get wet.
Yeah, it's not quite. I
don't understand why humans are so caught up. Like, we need to I can't with the AIs, man. They do it too much with them AIs, man. Don't get me started, Don. Stop it.
Isn't it funny though? With all the technology, we still just go back to just making a sex toy. Like, it's always just some horny guy, just wants to have a girl react to his touch.
That's it.
That's all we want.
You get your buddy one of those for Christmas. You're gonna be the best friend forever.
Are you a sex robot?
Certainly I am a robot, and I am capable of having sex. But to call me a sex robot is like calling a computer a calculator.
It's like, what was that movie with Harrison Ford back in the Blade Runner? It's like Blade Runner, we're going to have these fake bots, women walking around.
Yes. And Westworld, like that bugged me out. Westworld really bugged me out, and then it just showed me a lot about people for real. This is a lot of the people who were in there, they were paying loads of money to just pretend to rape a woman or to pretend to shoot and kill people. I'm like, what in the tarnations is going on in the world?
What's scary about that kind of stuff is it's very close to reality. Like when you see a Westworld, you can see that actually happening.
Right. And I'm totally into stuff like that, and Black Mirror. I love Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Because it shows all the different aspects of human life, thought process, the things that we do, whether we're in fear or we're really happy or really horny or really whatever it is, it's it's there. So going back to, is it art imitating life, or is it life imitating art?
That's great. That's a great point. And when you watch Black Mirror and you look at some of the earlier seasons in the past, some of them are coming true. Like the credit score system thing, and
exactly South Park, man, like South Park and The Simpsons. Right. It's like, hey, wait a minute, I saw that in the episode of South Park. And Kenny died.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Kenny
Kenny.
always dies.
Yeah, Kenny's always dying, and there's a reason for it. Kenny's the metaphor for all of us.
Yep. I'll buy it. I'll buy that one.
The scariest one of the Black Mirrors that I see that's going to come true was the one with that robot dog when they were trying to steal something, and the robot dog chased that lady. Did you see that one yet?
No,
Oh, you
no.
got to watch that one. It's
Oh, now I
crazy.
got to see that one. I know that, you know what? This was real life, I think. And they have a robo dog.
Yeah.
And a lot of the fire department, so they want to replace the Dalmatian. Even the Dalmatian is getting kicked. Get out of here, Dalmatian! Like, what the hell? We're replacing everything, but there's some perks to it. The one perk is this robo dog can go into rubble. You know, like when buildings come down or something
Right.
collapse, and it wants to, find people and things of that nature. If that gets smashed, they're not gonna be sad. They'll be sad for their pockets because I think those dogs are going for like 40,000 a dog.
Yeah,
Like,
but,
yeah,
but like you said, all these things start with good intentions. Oh yeah, it's going to be a rescue
right,
dog. Then next thing you know, they figure out a way to turn it
exactly. Now
against
the
us.
damn dogs want to take over like iRobot. I know, right?
Yeah, man. I was just watching this thing about robots today, as a matter of fact, on Amazon, .com. So what they're
Mhm.
doing in their warehouses now is they have robots that are like little flatbed, like little what are those, like skids that you could pack things on top of, but those
Right,
are robots. And what those things do is they charge themselves up, so they're always fully charged. They know to do that. They go
right.
to their little ports. They could hold up to like tons and tons of weight, and then sort all the packages out and get them out to everybody. But
Wow.
yeah, so what freaked me out was that they know how to charge themselves up and stuff, take care of
Yeah,
themselves.
right. iRobot, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm every day. I'm like, listen, I know this is while it's good, the road to good intentions is paid. The road to havoc is paved by good intentions, buddy. Like, it's like, but I meant well, yeah, but you burned the whole damn world down trying to figure it out. Like, thank you, but no fucking thank you.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Thank you, but no thank you.
We just got to go back to them. My daughter the other day, she had to go to North Carolina, and the only car she could rent to go there was an electric car. And she ended up so it's a 10-hour drive from New York to North Carolina. And she ended up, the charging stations only charge up Teslas. So she didn't have a thing to charge her car. So she ended up having to get towed 30 minutes out of the way to
Wow.
get to find the proper one to do it. And that was also in the Black Mirror
You,
episode. So
there's this show called Upload right now on Amazon, and they're riding in the cars. The car does everything, and if you want to ride it manually, it's like your steering wheel is like a PlayStation remote control. Now they said in the show, this thing, it pulls down covers the windows. It turns into a bed so you can get love on the go and shit. You know what I mean?
wow,
But
damn.
at the end of the day, it's a machine. So it got to this part where it's like he's telling the car, like, car, do you see that parked garbage truck there? And the car is like, there's no garbage truck there, but he's looking like, car, look, go manual. It wouldn't go manual. It just went smack into the garbage truck. Wow.
Wow.
And he dies.
Wow.
And now they're taking technology in this movie, in this show. It's a series. That now when you're going in from the ambulance, you bring you to the hospital. You can go to the left or to the right. So you go to the left and die like a regular human being, or you go to the right and you get uploaded, so that your consciousness is forever here, but you're like stuck in this online thing. It makes you think.
Yeah,
And
so your
that's what
conscience.
Tesa Monie, like, I'm into that kind of stuff, man. I
Yeah.
like I needed to make sense, and I get super super excited when I find out, and then I just want to share it with the people.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah. So they're saying that in the show Upload, so they'll take your like personality or your soul and put it inside of like a GPS system or something like that. So you're like living in the
It,
car like you forever.
no, it's well, they go to this really posh place, and it's like a beautiful resort, but you're not really eating, but it looks like you're there and you're eating because it's like gives you kind of like the same life that you're living. You can your family members and friends, you can call them. The phones now, you don't hold like a regular phone. This in the show, you just put your hand up like this, and the phone is right like
Oh wow.
uh right there in your hand, some kind of contraption. It's like
Wow.
the whole thing is technology. So if you want to go in there, you can put on like one of the virtual suits, and they got some stuff in there where you can feel it. So you can go in there and play tennis and have sex. You can do whatever you want with the dead people. I know,
We
right?
got-
Like, where
gotta
did they
check
come up
this
with it? I love it. I love it.
This is great.
Gives me
And
something to talk about and
yeah,
think about because I like thinking.
and it's probably not too far away from actually happening.
Bruh,
It's that
we're
kind of
living.
thing.
I remember when I was a little girl and I was watching the Jetsons. I know you remember, Don.
Oh
Stop
yeah.
playing. I'm
Oh
waiting
yeah.
for the flying cars right now, and I'm sure Elon Musk is working on it already. I
I
just
heard
know he working on
I did
it.
hear
Shout
that
out to Elon. Yo, make sure I get one of those.
Elon's making it all happen, man.
Yeah.
I heard
Hey. It's, I mean, the sign of the times, that's the way things are going, but I still got to keep one foot on the ground. Like, I do have Alexa. I'm not going to lie, because whenever I'm doing whatever I'm doing, if I'm cooking, or doing hair, or I'm cleaning, whatever it is, I need music because music is a vibration. You know what I'm saying? I'll be
yeah,
like, you know what
yeah.
I mean? I'm sweeping the floor like, ooh, what? That's my song right there. I'm washing the dishes,
Right,
I'm
right.
cooking my food, and
Yeah.
music, it's a total vibe. And it helps me get things done. So with that being said, I'm like, while I'm in my vibe, I'm gonna enjoy my vibe, and everything got to be done with the music.
That's
Every
right.
now and again, I'm gonna let you know, Don. Every now and again, I do take a tote or two. So if
There
I
you
seem like I'm forgetting, don't worry, I'll get right back.
go. There you go. But music does make everything better, even if you have to
It does.
clean or
Music
cook or
makes everything
yeah.
better, and it's a vibration. We're vibrational creatures,
That's right.
and music is a vibe. Everything we get it through the vibration. We started with the ABCs. And it helps us. We even take in things from music, just for like ABCs, for example. When we were
Yeah.
little, we were saying ABCs. We remembered it more because of the
Of
the
the song.
melodic magic power behind the ABCs. And some of us didn't even really know that LMNOP was
Right.
LMNOP until, because in the song it's just LMNOP,
Elemental P.
LMNOP.
Uh, that's awesome. This is great. We had Tesa Monie here with us, and yeah, we have mutual friends. Sherwin XL and Mo Black.
Yeah, shout out Sherwin,
Yeah, and
my boy Mo Blackity.
yeah, man, those guys are great dudes, and
And you can't forget about my girl Christy
yeah.
Miller.
Oh, Christy Miller. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
love
my
I love
girl.
Christy Miller. Yeah, man. That's when I met Sherwin for the first time. Was actually
I
Christy
know I
Miller's.
was supposed to actually be at that function, and I live in Pennsylvania now. I don't reside in New York anymore.
Okay.
And I don't know, but I couldn't make it out there. It's so different being out here. I mean, I do travel to New York, but it was such short notice. I was like, and then it's so far, and then I got kids, and I
Yeah,
got
it's
deer in
tough.
the yard. There's so much stuff going on, and
Where in Pennsylvania
so
are
I
you?
didn't make it to that. So I was actually sad, but he told me how much fun it was, and it was shout out. I definitely, shout out Christy for her, big event and whatnot. I was really happy.
Yeah, she rocks. The album's out now, and yeah, she's awesome, and always a blast. I've known her for a few years now, and yeah,
Nice.
she's one of those shoot from the hip types.
She's
Yeah.
crazy.
She's all, so. Where in
Yeah.
Pennsylvania are you now?
I am in Mount Pocono, Pennsylvania. I'm in Toby Hanna section.
Nice.
I'm born and bred Queens, so I'm a queen from Queens, Don.
There you
But I'm
go.
out here in PA, the Poconuts, they kind of know that, I'm an original. It's like, you're not from here, are you? Nope. I live here. It's better for the kids, But they say you could take take the girl out of New York, but you can't take the New York out of the girl.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I had that
But
same thing.
I'm not too far. I'm like right smack dab in the middle of everything. Mount Airy Casino.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
They do like, all kinds, you got the casino and it's a resort, and they do different concerts and things over there. And then all of the indoor water parks. Great
Oh,
Wolf
yeah.
Lodge, Kalahari, like everything is like they're like
Nice.
all around me. I actually worked at Great Wolf Lodge for a little bit.
Oh,
I
nice.
did it
Cool.
just for the fun of it, literally. Because I got to really be myself, and I worked at the front desk. I couldn't tell you if I got $5 for every high five I gave, I'd be rich right now. And my favorite part was I got to randomly just howl for no fucking reason at all. It
Just
was
howl.
very releasing, and I would get the people to do it. I'm like, come on the count of three, howl.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
they loved
blast.
it. It's a great family. It's a great family resort, and my daughters loved it. Your kids will love it too. Even as adults, you'll love it.
Yeah. I
Anytime you get to spend time with family is always a good time.
I always want to go to to Mount Airy area. I've been to the Poconos once a long time ago. It was a really great time.
Oh, wow, you had the heart shaped tub, Don. It was a
No,
great time.
I wish I would. I was actually when I went there. It was so long ago. I was a teenager, and we went
You
to.
gotta say I was actually with my mom and dad when I went.
Yeah,
Okay, well, still good times. Still
yeah,
good times.
exactly.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? What's the comedy scene like over there? Do you?
Oh my gosh. You know, Don, I love the comedy scene. Only because, well, for me, I'm not acting. I'm kind of like this all the time. So like everywhere I go is a comedy scene. Sometimes I gotta tell myself, it's like, all right, that you're not on stage right now. I could be right in the supermarket, right at the cashier, but it's like I go by feeling. Again, I can't stress how much that I understand that we're all energy.
Right. Yeah.
And you can give off a good energy, and then it'll beget another good energy,
It's
coming back and
contagious.
forth, or it
Yeah.
could be a funky energy, and those are like ringworms or cancers. That's what I like to call them.
Right.
One time I was at the supermarket, and you at your cashier, you never know who they were dealing with right before you, or what they have going on in their life.
Right.
Even
Yeah.
at the concession stand at the movie theater, and then you roll up on them, and now you get in the funk. And the funk might not even been for you, you know what I mean?
Right.
But
Yeah.
you get in the funk today,
Right.
you know
Right.
what I mean? So I like those moments. So I'm at the shop, right? And this girl, she was not having a good day. And I just started singing. I said, look, I know times be rough, and stuff can be annoying, but you gotta just woosah. And I said, and if you don't smile right now, I swear to God, I'm gonna start singing what the world needs now. And so she now gets like a little smirk on her face when I'm like, all right, you're not responding. And like, here it goes. What the world needs now? And I'm like, all loud. So now her whole line is looking like, what the hell is going on over there? And then she bust out laughing. And now she was able to do my transaction with a happy face, because I need that good energy, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And now it made it better for the person who came behind me and everyone else.
You
But
changed
the
the
one
energy.
that was in front of me, they put her in a really bad funk. And now she knows me every time I go in there. They call me friend to the friend list, Don.
Well, that's the thing. When you're the friend to the friendless, you have the ability to go in there and take a negative energy and turn it around and make it a positive energy, and that's a
Yes,
beautiful
yes,
thing.
alchemy, boo, alchemy,
Yes,
Bookie. I think they call that alchemy,
alchemy.
Bookie.
Yeah.
Period. I don't know. The new age lingo is just, I don't know. I'm trying to get into it, but it's not really popping.
It's yeah. I keep trying to think. I got some younger kids, and they kind of keep me in tune with some of it, but yeah,
Right.
yeah, it gets
But then
crazy.
it's like, now I would, for me, I have a 19-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 7-year-old. Okay, I went to Cancun, and that's all I can say. They just say uno, dos, tres, tequila, and then I was pregnant. That's what happened. And I
That's how
was
it usually
like,
happens.
oh my God, I'm gonna be 50 with an 8-year-old. Where they do that at? You know, but she's a blessing.
Yeah, God
But
bless.
it's a little challenging, but having the different ages, one is like, graduated high school, is working now, he wants to be a rapper and he wants to be an entrepreneur, and then you got the
Right.
15-year-old who's hormonal, and it's like, oh my God, like, so Malaysia said it, and then the 7-year-old just got to have some shit to say, and she's like, mommy, I don't know why I told Tyler that he kept telling me to stop. Well, why was he telling you to stop? That means he wanted you to stop whatever the hell you were doing. Like, this is crazy, but this is my life.
When you're working on material and all these things are going on, do you add all this stuff into your act?
Bruh, I'm telling you, you think I'm making it up. I'm not making it up, Don. I believe stuff just happens so I could talk about it. I'm telling you, it's like that shit just really happened right here, right in front of me. Did they just say that? Did he just do that? That just
Right.
happened. I gotta write this down. And then when people find out that I'm a comedian, because sometimes I gotta let people, know. Otherwise, they'll be like, somebody we need to call for help because she need to be locked the hell up somewhere in a straitjacket. And then once I'm like, okay, I please don't mind me. I do stand-up comedy, and they're like, okay, now it all makes sense, so basically, back to the thing where you said about the comedy scene, um, I I just, it's everywhere I go. All the material, the things that I learned, uh, the children, everything is what I put into my material, and it's all like relative information. So Tesa Monie's mission statement is change your mind, change your life. And when you know better, you do better. So whatever, and there's a myriad of topics and so much content on everything where I can put it in a relative situation and people can understand it. And the main mission statement is that someone in the audience, that the audience walks out with substance. Something that I said, I purposely put certain things in there because it's like message or things that make you go, like
Right.
later after the show was like 2 weeks ago and you sitting on the toilet, you taking a doodle, and it's like you're laughing like, yo, that was crazy, that shit she said. Right.
Right. Yeah, it finally
And it
clicked.
can
Really
help
makes
it. Yeah. It help people in their walking life. My whole goal is like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, Don, I want to save the world.
right.
And they say, laughter is the best medicine. It's healing to the soul and it's healing to the bones. I'm a little bit of everything. I'm a fucking smorgasbord. And so, and even how I got started was, I like a year before anything really happened, I just kept hearing in my head, because you hear the thoughts in your head, and they
Right.
sound just like you. It's your voice, and one of those dons is saying, yeah, do it, man, do it. Yeah, fuck it, do it. And then the other voice is like, Don, I don't think we should do that, you know?
Right.
But
Right.
they both sound the same. But one's telling you do something you ain't got no damn business doing, the other one's telling you just go for it.
Right. Right.
And with that being said, I like to, you know, I like to be able to point that out, because I feel like a lot of people we don't realize how much our thought process has to do with our reality. Like everything comes from our headspace. Even if you want a cup of coffee, you think about that shit in your head first. It's like, oh, I want a cup of coffee. Next thing
Right.
you
Right.
know, you go into your kitchen, you're putting on your Keurig, you get your coffee cup, you put it in, bang. That very thing you were thinking about not too long ago, now you have manifested and you're drinking the tea. And it's the same way with everything. Whatever, it's the same thing with everything. Really everything is so simple. It's just we complicate the shit out of things,
That's true.
You
And like you
know,
said, the laws of attraction,
it's
it's
real,
that.
bro.
It is. Yeah. You got to put it out
It's
there in the
so real.
universe.
And so I think that even like in my comedy, like I talk about everything, but like I was saying before I got started, I just kept hearing, "You are not to be caged. You are not to be caged. You are not to be caged," and it would just pop up sporadically. I could be washing the dishes, I could be using the toilet, taking a shower, walking my kid, you know, and it would just pop up. I could be getting ready to fall asleep, and I didn't know what it was, but it was like 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer, like that would not stop for a whole year. And
Wow.
after, long story short, after all of that, I wound up finding myself in all three all three circuits of comedy. Uh, I I went for the McDonald's Gospel Fest, and I got a call back. I'd never done comedy before, and
Wow.
people would say, you know, girl, I'm telling you, you're missing your calling. You're supposed to be on somebody's stage right now. You're supposed to be on somebody's stage. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not a comedian. I'm just being I'm literally just being myself. Like, I'm not even trying.
Right. It's just
But you
natural.
know,
Right.
and I'm like, what is it? There's some people say, oh, maybe it's the facial expressions because I'm very animated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. So I do the gospel circuit, the clean circuit, and anything goes circuit. So now I
Nice. Yeah.
know, right? So and that is awesome. I think because it allows me to be able to uh visit a little bit of everywhere, like all walks of life. Like there's like no holds barred, there's no cage, and you know every to me basically, as far as I'm concerned, I want to heal the people. I'm healing the world one room at a time, and you got to go everywhere to heal everybody in all the corners. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, what color you are, if you got a penis or a vagina, if you got freckles or not, if you got Prada shoes or, you know, Payless shoes. Wait, Payless not even in store no more. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, none of that matters. It's just some real shit to make you laugh, but to make you think.
Right on.
And most importantly, make you feel good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm sorry, Donald.
No. And we need you now more than ever, Testimony,
Oh,
because
thank you.
the world is crazy these days. It just seems like
Man,
we've
there's
like
so much.
it's just every day there's something new, something crazy happening. And it's comedy, I think, and people like you who could bring to light to this and you know, like you said, laughter brings levity, makes you feel better. How you turned that negative energy around for that person. It's the same thing you do for all of these audiences when they have these
Right,
rough days. The news is on the, you know, every channel you put on, it's bad news. Then
right.
you go out and then there you come along, and all three different markets. So you could, you know, the clean, you know, mainstream, dirty, what have you. You could handle it all.
Bruh, I did a funeral. Where they do that at?
Wow.
I'm like, yo, where the hell could be? I'm like, okay, you know what? But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm telling you, I was eating my chicken, dog, and they're like, we're gonna bring to this not a stage to the mic, Tesa Monie, and it was really a crazy situation. You know, my cousin, his baby girl, not even 3 months old, she passed away.
Oh, God bless.
Yeah, and oh, so adorable. And so that was real heavy for everybody, you know, especially for my cousin, who's also my godbrother.
Right.
And you know, everybody was there and he had such a nice thing. He did the repast in a castle. It was a castle that he wanted to take his daughter to, and he said that he wouldn't never be able to take her, so he was sending her home. And the repast was in this beautiful castle out in Pittsburgh, uh, Pennsylvania. It was out there.
Right. Yeah.
And anyways, I and family will do that to you. So I'm eating my chicken, Don, and then he's on the mic, and then he says, "We're gonna have Tesa Monie come to the stage." I'm like, huh? Like, I'm like, and everybody, my mom's like, "Okay, well, we'll go on there, go you." I'm like, wait, but it's a funeral. It's like, what about? I'm not prepared for this. I didn't like, set up like it's a funeral. Where they do funerals at?
Right.
Oh man. But you know, like I said earlier, and it's so crazy because sometimes you can say some stuff and then find yourself in a moment where it's like, yeah, well, remember what you said, because laughter is healing. And
Yeah.
sometimes that grief, uh, laughter is a good way to kind of, when you're cleaning up, at first when you do one wipe, it doesn't make it all go away. You got to do a couple of wipes and maybe even spray wash it and then wipe it again before it gets clean. But I think that comedy definitely can kind of get some of the muck up from grief. And oh man, I there were some family members that hadn't seen me perform, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And I didn't even know what I was going to say, and I wound up talking about the banjo and like all kinds of stuff. But they were hysterically laughing, and
Oh,
I like
nice.
to think that I'm tapped in. So even though I felt like I wasn't prepared, some some way I was prepared, so even as I'm learning about things so that I can put some real hardcore hearty substance into my material, um it's still teaching me again on top of that, because like, oh wow, look at what I got out of that, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Laughter is the best medicine. So, anyways, I put them on the laugh yoga because they ain't know about it. Shut up. Boy, it's so amazing. It feels good.
And that's probably would be like the toughest audience imaginable at something like
Right,
that, and to be
right.
able to turn that around, and even the fact that he called you up just says that he knew that everyone needed a break.
Bruh, I was mad though. I'm not gonna hold you. I was mad because I'm like, oh my God, I'm not prepared. And like it's a funeral. Like, what do now you already know off the rip, it's okay, you're gonna tap into the clean catalog, right?
Right. Exactly.
You got aunties and grandmas and stuff there, It's like, and then you gotta flip through the Rolodex really quickly. It's like, oh no, not that one, not the one, not the one about the dolphin penis. No, that one's not gonna
The
do here.
dolphin
We can,
penis.
keep going. Whatever comes out, comes out, and just that on top of energy and just being able to. I like to connect with my audience, in some way, shape, fashion, or form, and the energy I think is the first thing that kind of grabs them and grabs me.
Right on. You're definitely a natural, and you seem to have like a natural ability. You got a great voice, great energy. And to be able to tackle, like you said, different audiences. Which
Yes.
audiences, like, would you say, gravitate towards you more? For some reason, I feel like
You,
the gospel
bruh,
side would be like because they want a little edge, even though they're
I
super.
get, I get, you know, sometimes I would like to liken myself as a turtle. And I would say that because it gravitates from, it doesn't even matter. It could be a old woman, a old man. It could be a baby. It could be a teenager. It's like, and they'll gravitate. And literally, when that's going on, I don't know why you rolled up on me, but there's something in my head. The first thing is, okay, either there's something I'm supposed to share with you, or there's something you're supposed to share with me. But we gonna figure it out. You know
Right
what I
on.
mean? And some of them, I had one lady just roll up to me in the Walmart one time, and she just started talking. I guess she's like recruiting, and she had a Bible, but then she said that, well, do you know that we're all demons? I'm like, up, lady, gotta go. Like, we were born as demons. Oh my God, what does that make my mother? What does that make my father? What are you saying? Grammy and Peppy were who? Did you say that? And Mistopheles? What? That's my grandpa? Shut the fuck up. Oh God. But I run into so many people. And then I just go and I get my book and I write it on my book. Everything I write a lot of stuff down. So like I just and people just say the weirdest shit to me because I'm a comedian. They're like, hey, I know I got something for you. You gotta write this down. You gotta write this down. I'm like, all right, let's hear it. What is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like Aquila and the Bee in
Right. Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah.
Like, well, or that's how comedy it feels to me, because it's like everybody helped her with that damn spelling bee. The mailman, the drug dealers, the
Right.
next door neighbor, the dog walkers, you know what I mean? The milkman, mommy, everybody helped her with that spelling bee. So it was like a community,
Right. Right.
and also because I'm such a people person and out there, it gives me more material as to what people are dealing with, and then I can bring it up as a topic. It's kind of like, when people post things, and it's like, that somebody will have a podcast and there might be a question that they want to ask, and it's like, oh, you know what, that's a good question. Maybe my next podcast will reflect content about that, because that's like a good topic,
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
thing. So it's like that. And I'm talking about absolutely everything, everything. I'm talking about everything except for politics. Like, I might poke the bear a little bit of shit and then I hop right out, because I'm going to leave that for DL Hughley and them.
Donald Trump hosting a debate is like Flavor Flav hosting a spelling bee.
My focus is the people, and they're in a man. You know what I mean? I'm just going to say this, something that I'm going to say, this some shit I'm going to say that's going to make you be like, I never looked at it like that. And that's what Tesa Monie wants to do. I want to, sometimes it's like, you were looking at it like this, and then I might just take your shoulders and just turn you a little bit like this. And now you see, and it's like, oh, while you were looking at the same thing, now I never looked at it from that angle before.
Right.
And now
Yeah.
you got options. You got options, Buki.
Yeah.
No,
That's
Buki is just not working. I be trying to try it, but this is what the young kids are saying right now. I fucking hate it, Don. That Buki is crappy. We go with it. That's what they doing when in Rome. Stop playing.
Yeah, exactly right. What I love too is that there is like it's a method to the madness, so to speak. There's a depth to you where you understand, like you talk about the kind of the paradigm and the vibrations of and energy and all these types of things, and you know that you want to plant seeds of messages inside your humor. So throughout all of the energy and the jokes and all of that, there's this truth, there's this underlining kind of guide throughout everything you do, and I find that fascinating, how you're able to pull it all those elements together.
Yeah,
Pretty impressive.
It's almost magical, man. It's kind of magical. One time I did Dangerfields in Manhattan, and I have this bit called Fault Finding Fuckers. I'll title them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got melancholy fuckers, like everybody some type of fucker. What kind of fucker are you?
Right.
And I just go into how fault finding fuckers are people who just blame everything and everyone outside of themselves, even inanimate objects. And then, like, I got stories to back them up, and that's, I think, where the humor gets to come in at. And in my head, it's like I talk about everything that comedians talk about. It's just everybody has their own style of talking about it. And then we laugh about it, because the ones who laugh the hardest, that they know exactly what you're talking about, because they thought that shit you saying, or they said that shit you saying, or that happened to me, or yeah, I did that dumb shit. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, it's relative.
Right. Yeah.
And with that being said, I like being able to put that out, but then I like it's like someone tells you, go invest your money. And it's like, okay, right. You know what go means. Invest means to put your money into some place. Okay, got it. Now, what do I do?
Right.
So it's like, you got to say, okay, go invest your money. This is what you do.
Right.
You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this, and you got to do that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's like it, but we don't. It's not just like that automatically. That's my thing. I'm like, okay,
That's true.
we gotta put this down. You know what I mean? We gonna make you laugh at it, and then we gonna find out why I keep doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? And what can I do to stop doing this shit? Because it's not conducive to my. It's not conducive to your schedule. It's not conducive to your struggle. It's not conducive to your plans, your career, being a greater version of yourself. Like, just want to be better, feel better, do better. Stop playing. I'm sorry. I didn't even know where that came from. Like,
I'm digging it.
I like your energy.
I'm trying to keep up. Yeah. Keep up with the moves. Do you get what kind of feedback do you get from the audiences, like after the show and stuff?
Oh man, you know, I'm super humble. I have to add, and sometimes we can be our own worst critic, because I know there's been times where it's like, oh my God, people are like, oh my God, you were so funny, that was so good, and it's like, you should be on TV. Why don't I see you on TV? I know I'm going to see you on TV. I'm like, that's from your lips to God's ears. But I might have just slammed up, what you call it, and I had a moment one time. I think I was at Caroline's, and I totally felt like Prince in Purple Rain, where he just killed that show. I mean, he killed it, and he walked off the stage and he was so upset. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah.
And he goes off and he goes into his dressing room, slams the door, and he does the Prince thing and walks back and forth. And it's like he was so pissed off. And it's like everybody's like, yo, my goodness, yo, you rock that and everything. So I'm still trying to figure out why he felt like that. But then I think at that moment I felt like that. Like I said, I'm really humble, and the feedback I get from people is amazing, you know, and some people saying, oh my God, like that happened to me. And thank you so much for saying that. And now I gave somebody a new way to think on something, or a new perspective way to look at the situation, or the happening, I like to call it, that's going on in your life, because there's nothing new under the sun. And you know, I tell the youngsters, everything you're doing has already been done. Yo, that was a bar. Stop playing.
Yeah. Nicely
Period.
done.
But yeah, what you saying, Don?
I was gonna say, have you ever done any acting? Have you ever have you ever tried that?
You know what? Sherwin keeps like, listen, I've been doing stand-up now for about, I'm on stage for 18 years, but I've been standing up and doing this for a long time. And if you ask my grandmother and my mother, apparently when I was a little girl, I would they would always ask me to come, because I don't know if you remember the commercial. It was a commercial. It was the white man. He was working in like a back in the kitchen, and it was a Joy commercial. And he watched it, and he'd be like, creak, 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 squeaky clean.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
remember?
yeah. Squeaky
It's
clean.
an
Yeah,
old one, and you would hear the squeak, and it's like that.
Yeah.
And I used to do that all the time. And you know, sometimes family wants you to keep doing the same thing. You a kid, and it's like, come here, oh, do that thing that you be doing. And you know, the whole family is there, and they got cubby color. Hey, you do that thing you're doing. And she said, I guess you got tired because we kept having you do it every time people came up. And she said, you want to see Joy? Go watch TV. Like you watching me, you need to be watching the TV. I'm not your TV, and I'm not playing no more. I don't want to do the damn thing no more. And squeaky, because you know, now Miss Loretta Jenkins and them came over to visit, you know.
That Ajax squeak.
Right.
I remember that guy. Yeah.
Was it Ajax or was it Joy? It might have been Ajax.
I think it was.
I don't know why I feel like it was Joy. I remember where's the beef lady?
Yeah. Where's the beef lady? Right. And then there was the Palmolive. You're soaking in it. Remember
Palmolive, right? You soak your hands in, right? That's why I knew it wasn't Palmolive.
I think it might have been the Ajax squeak, because I remember that guy.
You know,
like working in the kitchen.
You might be right.
He had like he was like a chef or something. He had like
a chef, right?
Yeah, yes. Like the outfit on, like a fat guy. He's like Ajax squeak. Yeah,
exactly.
I remember that, dude.
Ajax dishes, squeaky clean.
Have no fear, Lemony Ajax is here.
Lemony Ajax gets dishes so grease-free, they squeak to the finish.
Oh wait, we telling our age now, Don.
Yeah,
That's all right. We still look good though,
damn right, damn right. No, because we did we're working on a bunch of short films called Comic Sans, and you would be awesome to have
Oh,
in the
thank
cast.
you.
So we have to figure
Oh,
out how to.
that's right. But that's what you were talking about. When you were talking about acting. Sherwin has been trying. He like telling me you got to go over here and go and do this. And I'm like, Sherwin, but I'm not an actress. He's like, yes, you are. You're an actress. You go on stage and you're performing. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know. I think I'm offended because I'm not even acting. This is my real self. Like, they think I'm joking.
Right.
I'm like this everywhere. Wherever I go, it's like, I don't know. I'm just this ball of energy. And sometimes it kind of could feel like a blessing and a curse because like I just radiate this energy and people gravitate to it and it makes them feel good and it makes me feel good to make them feel good. It makes them feel good to feel good, you
Right
know.
on. Yeah.
And I just like to feel good. I like to be in a feel good place. I like to have fun. I don't like drama. I don't like to complicate things, and I like to be laughing at people like that and stuff. It's like, oh my God, you need a hug. Change the station. Change the station. Change the goddamn station.
Oh, this is so great, man. I'm you're the best. Now,
No, you're the best, Don.
now,
Uh,
when are you going to be performing again? Are you going to be back out in New York anytime soon, or you're
yes,
working the
actually,
scene?
I am. I had did the Copacabana in August, so I was super psyched about that. And now on the day after Thanksgiving, I'm going to be headlining at the Meadowlands Comedy Club.
Oh,
So I'm
nice.
super excited about that out in New Jersey on the 24th, the day after Gobble Gobble Day.
All right, nice. That'd be awesome, man. I'll be in North
Yeah,
Carolina.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, everybody's got to go check that out.
Yes,
At
they
the
can
Meadowlands Comedy
there's
Club.
flyers and stuff on Instagram. They'll be able to see like flyers on Instagram, Facebook. I'm excited. Anyways, I'm telling you, you won't be my friend now. You want to get in on the ride now.
Yeah, I definitely want to see you live because I just think this will be so awesome to
Oh
see you
man.
performing live.
And
I'm
and
psyched.
and and it's definitely it's a like I said, it's a blessing to be able to, you know, harness so much energy and then to be it. And I know that it's not off me because I'm telling you, I'll be hopping around like a damn like Hammy the squirrel. Like, I like, bro, I don't drink coffee. I can't drink coffee, Don. I
Yeah.
do not drink coffee.
What would that if
I'm
you
like
drink? Yeah, you.
20,000 tons of coffee beans by myself. I don't snort coke. I don't fuck with coke. I cannot do that. And then my nostrils, they mad big. Like the mailman would be smutting me out if I even started to try. But it's like I already got enough energy where you would think that I could snort a whole coke-filled adult and have room to snort a coke-filled baby with these damn nostrils. So like that automatically is a no for me. It's like,
Right.
bitch, you're gonna die. So don't even bother messing with that. So yeah, that's not my thing. And I'm already very energetic. I feel like any more than I probably would bust like Lucy.
Yeah, if you had some coffee, forget about it, right?
Right. It's a done deal. It's like she's gonna explode. That's caffeine caffeine can't fuck with me.
Yeah, caffeine ain't got shit on me.
Caffeine ain't got shit on me.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Tesa Monie, you rock. You were awesome. I appreciate you
Thank
taking the time
you.
to talk to me. And this was, man, this
No
was a blast.
problem.
This was an absolute blast hanging out with you. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Don. You
Yeah.
rock, buddy.
You rock.
No, you rock.
No, you rock. Tell everybody where they can find you and follow you and everything real quick.
Well, everybody can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I actually, my team and I, we're working right now. We're working on a special, so that'll be coming out soon, and hopefully everyone will enjoy that. I'll be, like I said, I'll be performing the day after Gobble Gobble Day at the Meadowlands Comedy Club. Super excited about that. You'll find your girl Tesa Monie out there, and just in your nearest shop, right, or Walmart. You know, we do hit Wally World and everything. We're not Kevin Hart rich yet, so we up in Walmart, and we not shame. We not shame at all.
Right on. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Tesamonie, everybody. She rocks.
Yeah. Have a super wonderful day. Have a wonderful life. Learn all you can. Remember all that you've learned, because I said so. On purpose.